No way back now.
Oh God.
The only way
Oh God.
the only way out is through. We are
I'm
live.
stuck. Oh no. Don't you know if you die in the internet, you die in real life? I couldn't even finish that sentence. I couldn't even finish that with a straight face.
What is true is if you're owned on the internet, you're owned in real life. Twitch. Why do I
Uh,
insist on typing this out on my phone every single time?
oh my
Slash.
God.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna shell this.
This is very exciting.
Am I allowed to put it in the Friends of the Table chat, do you think?
It's terrifying, but sure.
I'll do it.
God, why does it still have that horrible icon?
Yeah, it does it on Twitter, but not on Discord.
That's really frustrating. Oh well. Alright.
I'm gonna put it in brackets on the FATT chat just in case.
That's a good call, yeah.
Just in case they get mad at me. Wait, why is Roll20 transmitting audio? I told it not to do that.
Would it be because you're talking to... Oh.
Test. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure in case it would, like, have an echo or something.
Oh, that's fair.
I've had that happen before.
Alright, well, I guess we can, like, chill for a second, in case people want to filter in.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Ugh. I'm excited.
I'm just gonna post this everywhere.
Yeah. Let the people know.
Yeah, I should have done this earlier, but I was building a fire pit, so...
Ooh. Gonna put some fire in that fire pit?
Tomorrow, my sister's birthday, so she's having a sleepover, and I'm having a Ruby can't sleep.
Oh. Well, that's a pretty good way to spend someone's birthday anyway.
Not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, they're so loud.
No.
Teenage girls.
Yep.
Don't know what it's like to be one.
Mm-hmm.
I skipped that part.
Yeah. I don't know that you're missing out on a whole lot, to be honest.
I honestly don't think I am. I really... So stupid.
They were talking in the Waypoint chat about or the Waypoint stream today about like high school movies and stuff like that. And I don't like them. I don't like them because I didn't like high school, and I don't feel any urge to return to that. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, I think your enjoyment of those movies is based entirely on how much you liked that phase of your life.
Yeah.
Except for High School Musical. You can always enjoy High School Musical.
True. High School Musical transcends.
That's an objective fact. If you dislike that movie, get the hell out of my face.
Yeah, it was... It's on my partner's short list of movies that I needed to watch to date them, so...
That's good content.
That was good research, yeah.
I wonder if there's like a TTRPG about like a cheesy musical.
God, there has to be, right? Because there's one about, there's the one about, like, wrestling, which is obviously...
Well, yeah, but that's a given.
But there's also one about, like, novellas? Like, daytime soap operas?
Really?
Yeah. It's framed, like, specifically...
That's kind of amazing.
Like, with, like, like, Latino, like, the show itself, and also the people sitting at home watching the show. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Qual es Pasión de los Pasiones, telenovelas is absolutely right. Yeah, it looks
That's
really
so
good.
good.
So if not that,
That's the kind of game where I'm like, I admire that it exists, but I will never be able to play it because I am so white.
Same.
Like, good for y'all. I thumbs up. Never let me touch it.
I'd be very happy to listen to like an actual play of it, but yeah,
Yeah,
can't sit at the table. But
I would too, actually. If that was like a thing I could listen to, I'd be in.
So,
all right, let me get some music.
all right. Well, about 5 minutes. I feel like that's a pretty good heads up for folks. If you would like, we can get started. Ooh.
I would like that.
Quellia, if you can drop the name of the podcast in the thing, I would be.
Yeah. Tell me about that. I'm interested. Yeah. Thanks, Quellia.
So, this is Spindlewheel. This is a tarot-like storytelling game where you use the cards as anchors to weave together a story with your friends. The objective of the game is to tell a satisfying story. Your character might win wealth and respect and come away from the adventure a better person. They might crash and burn and end the story as a warning to others. Both of these are victories if they fit the arc of the story you've told and bring satisfaction to you as a storyteller.
Sorry.
No worries. Good to hear that I sound good.
Yeah, I was opening the chat on my phone because I can't I had to have one monitor, so.
Ooh, this is the wrong version of the rules. This is the fancy extra new version of the rules, which has all kinds of weird and interesting rules changes to it that might be completely broken. Let's go with the one that's not broken.
Wait, have I been looking at that? Oh dear.
No, you're on the right one. You're good.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, you have a bookmark for your... That's brilliant. I should have done that.
It's super useful.
I've made a serious mistake by not doing that for any of my games.
It's also got a super handy dandy little link. /www.tiny. That's not a dot, that's a slash. tinyurl.com/ fucking typing's great. Spindlewheel -beta. If you were interested in getting involved. So,
yeah. There you go.
We're gonna... I guess we'll start with finding out where we are. So we're gonna draw up some cards to sort of generate the world for this one-shot that we're doing.
I'm gonna zoom in so I can actually see the cards, because these cards are beautiful, by the way. They're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Good graphic designer. Hire them.
Please, I'm so broke.
Okay. I have to turn my head to read that.
Yeah. So the center is the dominant driving force in the area. The crossing gives it context, and we can choose from either or both of the sides. The boon is what helps the center. The bane is what works against the center. The desire is what the center wants most, and the method is how the center intends to get it. Let's see. So the center is changeling, an odd blessing, a mystery unquestioned, a strange pallbearer, crossed by apostle, true believer, zealous prophet, servant of the pious, or the discontent, the faithful gadfly, persistent and critical.
A person helping to carry or officially escorting coffin at a funeral. That's what a pallbearer is. Got it.
Yep.
I had to Google that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. True believer.
The boon.
There is a lot to work with here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna read through them really quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip the charioteer card there, because I think that the hot-headed, flighty, a braggart, and a gambler side works better for downfall.
Absolutely.
You're allowed to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Eh.
So the boon is the sea, not a drop to drink, an unfathomable distance, an abyss that light has never touched, which is kind of a dark boon, and I'll read the other side, just so that we know what our options are. The other side is the kiss of the sword of the surf, pardon me, the kiss of the surf against the shore, sunken treasures, nets full of fish. But I'm kind of intrigued by...
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by that one, actually. An unfathomable distance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. An odd blessing, a mystery unquestioned, a strange pallbearer. What's the apostle? A true believer, zealous prophet, servant of the pious. Okay, so straight off the bat, immediately, part of me is just like immediately going to the sea and hearth as like a literal, and have it be like something like what is it? Not the Odyssey, but like that sort of thing, like a ship captain coming home or something like that.
Yeah, that's the Odyssey for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay. Maybe without the murdering everyone when they get there part.
True. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's the point of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. I love that though. It's sort of
mostly just because I like boats.
Cool. So we're definitely on a boat. Boats are cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's interesting too because that's the sea is our boon. This thing is what helps us.
An unfathomable distance. You know, if you're a ship captain, you know, the boat's great. You like boat. It's the dumbest statement I've ever said.
Well, here's an idea. I don't know what you would think of it. What if we are sailing the river Styx?
Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. To get home or something, or
I don't know yet, but like for the
it's like the Grim Reaper is going home after a long day.
Yeah. So maybe it's just like
gosh.
Or maybe that's like what, because this is like
no, I just closed out of roll 20.
Oh no, come back.
Sorry, my mouse has a button that automatically sends me back a page.
Oh, I see.
And it's like right next to the click.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. All right. So, I'm back. We're good.
What if it's like, because the center is like the dominant driving force in the area, so this could be like a group of people, or this could be like the common culture here, or like...
Oh, yeah, okay. An odd blessing, a mystery unquestioned.
Maybe it's like
okay.
No,
oh.
What's up?
Okay. This may be stupid, but what if it's like with the apostle, it's like a person who worships death showing up at the river Styx with like, and is like meeting the person who drives it for the first time, you know?
Oh my god.
And so he's
so good. There's just like this horrible little church on the shore, and the
yes,
Carrot is like, oh god, these people again. Whenever they come back to that's really good.
Just like, and it is, you know, just a really quirky, weird, like kind of person who just keeps asking these weird questions about like how death works at this point.
Is that the Is that the charioteer, do you think? Like this person who's like, yeah, I could totally do that. I know how to do ferrying over the Styx.
Just how like oh man. So wait, hang on. Would we be like are we talking like the I'm trying to think of how to put this. Are we talking like the person who just died is piloting their boat to death, or
maybe? I was thinking like,
or is it like a there's a charioteer that they're like not charioteer damn it what's the name like a pilot, a reaper or whatever that's driving them through.
Yeah, like I think maybe it's I really like the idea of this weird like fan club basically on the shore of the river Styx. And the leader of that being like the charioteer, who is like not only do we like worship the ferryman, but we embody the ferryman. Like
Oh my god. And the ferryman is just like, please go away.
Yeah.
Ferryman, that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
So their desire.
Desire.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, would this be from the perspective of the culture or of the like the religion or from the charioteer?
I think it would be from the religion because the charioteer is what's working against the center. So if the center is
I keep saying charioteer. I mean ferryman.
Oh, okay. So let's say that
That's
the
my
center
bad.
is like the ferryman then. So the ferryman
Yeah.
wants
An odd blessing, a strange pallbearer. I mean,
Mhm.
that's yeah, okay.
a crackling fire, a hot meal, a roof overhead, a comfortable silence. Or consider closing doors, turning a blind eye, keeping your head low, weathering the storm.
Oh my god, that's so good. Like he just wants a damn day off.
Just wants yeah.
Just wants.
Just like a break and just to do the job in peace.
If one person dies today, I will lose it. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
That's good.
And the method.
And the Bane is the charioteer, these like really aggressive people who are just so fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's very good.
Bandit. What's the other side of Bandit?
So the other side of
Gold-hearted, lover of justice, defiler of law. Ooh. But alternatively, there's oh shoot. Highwayman, robber baron, wealth taken by fear and force.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little hard to interpret.
I think that gold-hearted thief maybe has something to it. Like
Something like that. What if the ferryman? What if the ferryman's just trying to petition death to take a break? Just like stop killing people.
That's cute and good, and I love it. Yes.
Just stop taking people's souls.
Oh, I adore it.
That's so dumb. This is
very good.
This is literally not what I thought we would come out with. It's an exhausted ferryman.
Absolutely delighted.
An exhausted death god, but I'm in for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna try something new, but it's on the GM side, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna draw fates for the GM side. So you have 3 fates. Clotho is how you begin, Lachesis is how you are, Atropos is how you will end. In the world's case, Clotho is sort of the catalyst that led to the current state of affairs. Well, that follows.
The grave. Great. That's how you begin. The grave. A devastating loss, a bone healed wrong. Just tired. Just like closure gain, last word spoken, the end of the era. Ah, that's good. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat. It doesn't take a lot of interpretation to get that one to
good. Lachesis is sort of the current state of affairs. Oh, I'm super into smoke and mirrors and entertaining liar, misdirection, and sleight of hand.
Oh man, the current state of affairs. Yeah, because I think that like even ties into the idea of like trying to convince death to do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, kitty. Hi.
He's a kitty.
Are you saying hello to the people on stream? Mm-hmm. I don't want to snuggle you right now. No, I'm doing a thing. No, okay. Oh my god. She's so loud. Go. Fine, I'll put you on my bed. You can get comfy there. Jesus Christ.
Adorable. Extremely good.
Yeah, scream. All right. Stella, Andrew says she loves you.
So, yeah. I think that's also sort of on the account of the charioteer
Yeah.
being like both sort of weaving together these weird like semi-real facts about the like about Charon and like his job.
Turning on push. Sorry, I turned on push to talk this cat. I swear to God. She screams.
Incredible. And then Atropos, how you'll end. This one is a little bit different.
We don't draw. Do we draw that now?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
this is sort of for the world. It's the common perspective on what is coming next. Which is a sword bent into a crown, a brow cut by the weight, a miracle forged in blood spilled. Okay. So, we're not sure what's on the horizon, but man, it's gonna be big.
Yeah, that's gonna be... What's the other side? Do you not turn it over? Or...
Yeah, you totally can.
Okay.
So the
Power
other
of
side,
leadership
yeah.
outweighed by the burden of responsibility. Jesus, that's heavy. Okay.
So yeah.
Got it.
I'm gonna keep my Atropos on the board just over here, and then I'm going to put my the hearth card, my desire card, over here. It's gonna get shuffled into these events. So I'm gonna keep in mind that was my my desire card, and then the rest of these go into my hand. Just gonna do that, and then back click, take card. And that's me. So now, let's do your character.
Oh, you're playing the ferryman.
Yeah. I'm GMing this round, I think.
But you know what? I will take that. Common bellows turn from furnace to songbook.
There. And here. And this here.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. Center. Common bellows turn from furnace to songbook. I think that could very well be like the leader of this church, right?
Mm.
Like maybe like I'm trying to think. Like a blacksmith turned like who died or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not even died, but just like became this. Because I mean that's a very literal interpretation, you know, but
That's
I'm not good at interpretations.
Literal is good. Sometimes it's just what it is.
Fair enough. Offers context. The Oracle. Small town seer, happy medium, crafter of household miracles, or soothsayer, bell ringer, wide-eyed prophet. Okay, let me look at the other cards. Bane, walkers, stilt-legged fishers. What the hell does that mean? Bare saplings that tremble and shift, or endurance hunters, steady pursuers, tireless trackers. Oh my God, this is a draw, isn't it?
Yep.
Boon, tip of the iceberg, a grave underestimation. I'm not even going to flip that one over. That's perfect. That one's so good.
Get it? Grave.
I hate this so much. What the center wants most: twin stars in orbit, inseparable partners, a whole greater than some of its parts, or a snake head eating the head on the opposite side. Ugh. And the method, how the center intends to get its desire: vampire, a legendary monster, a cold-blooded noble, a parasite.
Thanks, Pat.
And on the other side, vitality to the dying, life to the dead, vengeance to the wounded. I'm gonna leave that one there because that's cooler. Oh man.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking that this is a shit hand.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Oh man. I don't know. There's a lot to like unpack here. You know?
So you mentioned being a blacksmith, right?
Yeah, I like the idea of like blacksmith turned the leader of this congregation
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's the only way it makes sense, you know, or like from my character is the leader of the congregation of death or whatever. Also, Pat, I just saw that and I hate you like a lot.
So it could be soothsayer, bell ringer, wide-eyed prophet has some good stuff in it.
Yeah, it does.
Um, and I don't want to step in on anything that you're thinking, but if you would like some suggestions.
I don't have any thoughts. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, it could be that the boon, the tip of the iceberg, a grave underestimation. Also, just to flip it quickly, the inverse is eons past frozen in ice, glacial drift slowly carving canyons.
I like a grave underestimation more. I think that one's more narratively potentiality. That's not a word.
So maybe it's like the grave underestimation, because this is something that's working for you. So maybe it's like,
Oh yeah, this is your boon. Okay.
maybe it's like there's like a sudden influx of souls, right? And the ferryman just can't handle all of them, like all at once. So, these people need someone like to turn to, and maybe like that's you. And this like the tip of the iceberg being like you are maybe representing all of these different people, and you can like as a group get like incredible things done.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, I like the idea of grave underestimation being like that no one really, like, that, you know, the forces of death just kind of ride this church off as like a bunch of dorks. A bunch of edgy emos. Is emos a word? Whatever.
It is now.
It is now. What if the boon is also how the method works?
That would make sense.
Would it?
Yeah, because like, if, cause
Life
like,
to the dead.
yeah,
That's interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. This all just fell into place. So the desire is twin stars in orbit and inseparable partners. What if that means that they really, really, really want the ferryman to like work alongside the church? To like, you know, actually like, and so like what helps them is that he like, you know, that the ferryman kind of underestimates them, like, hey, you know, and the you know, like they basically, they're like, okay, if we can get this guy what he wants, what we can get the ferryman what he wants, we can like, you know, we can be partners, we can work together. I keep moving the lovers. And like the method is like, what if they just like stop, like resurrected people for a day?
Dude wants a break. We can give him a break. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him a break. Let's stop death. We can do this. Let's just like intercept everything and resurrect people.
Maybe that's what the walkers are then, right? Because like reapers have a job. Their job is to like make sure that
tireless trackers. Yeah, so their job is to just like do their damn job. And we're trying to stop that to let yay necromancy. Oh man.
Very good.
I don't see how where Oracle comes from though.
Maybe
what if in like okay, so oh no, this is a much better idea. Okay, so instead of like a blacksmith, it was led by like the church is led by like a soldier or a commander or something. And the reason, and he basically knows, okay, this is going to be a busy day coming up, that we can give the ferryman a break because I know there's a war going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
that's
and I know
incredible.
that this battle's coming up, and if we can give this guy a break that day, maybe he'll actually give a shit about us.
Oh, that's exquisite. Oh, I love it.
This is so good.
I love this person.
Uh,
This soldier. Very
I
good.
like this.
All right, let's read your fates. So they're
All
done.
right.
So for you,
Hmm.
this is Clotho is how you begin.
Yes.
Picture these as like a snapshot of your character before the story starts.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Here is your Clotho.
Goose down. A soft place to land, a whisper just above silence. I think that makes sense. Like, hey, we're comfortable here. We don't need to rock the boat, but we're going to anyway.
Lachesis is how you are. Your current fortune.
A sacred tenant ridiculed, a grim bond forged without kindness or warmth.
That's extremely funny.
What's the other one?
That's
A small and clearly counterfeit coined. A foolish fondness cheaply gained.
So you know how you have to pay the ferryman?
Oh my god. Yeah.
What if it's something related to that?
I just like the idea of a fondness cheaply gained.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like they have this fondness for the ferryman. That's just like, why? Why this guy? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Extremely good. And
like
then
he just looks really cool coming down on his boat.
it's got that skull face and that
Yeah,
long
yo.
stick and the cool
You know?
boat,
It looks really good.
the red robes. What's not to like?
Uh,
Your Atropos. So this is the one that you'll hold off on.
yeah, okay, cool.
Your Atropos card is the last card that you'll play in the game. It's your final action. So once you play that, that you basically
Story
end your
ends.
story. Yeah.
Which is why you just played it. Oh, I see how this works. Okay, cool. I get it.
Cool.
A calming presence, a reality-grounded, a divine purpose. The other end is crackling with power, not cackling. Mired with blood, melancholic and distant.
Very good. All right.
Huh, okay, cool.
So we're going to take your...
Oh, Andro, this is a game with me in it. This boat is going to look fucking metal.
I'm going to take your desire card and put it in the event stacks. And then you'll keep your Atropos on the board so you don't spend it. And the rest of them you will take into your hand.
Okay. So I'm just gonna... Do I have to like move him down? I'm gonna move him down here.
Well, you
I'll
can...
sort through this in a second.
Sure.
Oh god.
So while you're doing that, I'm just going to fill the event stacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to do this in a stupid way. So nobody look. Nobody look at me doing this horribly.
Alright, watch.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, normally I would just draw them already face down, but Roll20, it's a real pain in the ass because you have to like go in and can I just shuffle these just like this? No, that would be cool, and well, that's just not what Roll20 does.
So how am I gonna like arrange my hand here? Do I have to like...
You can if you select them, you can
Yeah.
back click them and hit take card.
Oh,
There you go.
I see. Cool.
Yeah. So
Stream deck draw. How do I draw them later? I don't understand how this works.
so
I just don't know how like Roll20 card mechanics work.
gotcha.
You know.
So if you click on the icon above your name, it'll pull up your hand.
I had my phone there so I could read the chat and it was covering that.
Incredible.
Okay,
If you
I see.
click on it, it'll get bigger. If you need
Got it.
to flip it, you can sort of drop it onto the scene for a second and just go like,
Technology.
what's up? And then you can take it back if you need to.
Modern technology.
Yeah. Truly a wonder.
Hmm.
Okay. all of that is done. We've read our fates. We know where we are. Now, you are going to, now that we've done all that, we're going to introduce our characters and the stories, the game's main mechanics.
Yay.
Excuse me. So first, I'm going to have you reflect. So you'll draw a card from the deck and use it to describe something that weighs heavy on your character's heart or mind.
Okay. So I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 1 cards. And I drew the bridge. A choke point, a shortcut, rope and wood haphazardly lashed. Here, let me put it down so I can turn it around, actually. And a connection, a thoroughfare, a mountain hollowed. Huh. Something that weighs on his mind. Or their mind. I'm gonna go with they. I'll be dead in the ground before I play a male character, damn it. Huh. I'm trying to think of what this could be.
Well, it could be a...
Maybe...
Go ahead.
Maybe it's that they doubt that maybe it's that they doubt that their congregation really like has it in them to do it, you know? Like it's that connection like between them and their congregation that they're doubting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I convince them to do this? Will they do it for me? You know, do we all agree on this stupid ass plan to just resurrect just necromance for an entire day?
Cool. So that goes into your hand.
That goes into my hand.
And I just want to make sure that you don't have your Atropos card in your hand, that it's on the boards, that you don't spend it accidentally.
Why would I have that card in my hand? I don't know what you're talking about. I am.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to invite you to engage. So you'll play a card on the board, anywhere on the board. This stuff doesn't really matter anymore. To describe when the camera pans down on your character, what are they doing?
All right. Let's go for. Let's go for this one. I'm gonna play Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it starts off with them speaking to their congregation. And saying like, look, saying something along the lines of like, I'm gonna get a voice for them actually.
Ooh.
I know, I'm that person. I'm trying to get better at doing that.
Cool.
Congregation, I believe in the next couple weeks there will be a very bloody battle. And if we as a group can, I don't want to say halt this, but stall its inevitable effects, the collection of the souls, I believe that we could finally get what we desire. We could finally get the respect that we deserve. I know it's a difficult plan, but I believe we could do it.
So now you trigger an event, or rather I trigger an event based on what you've done. Oh no! That's very bad. I don't have a... I don't have a good way of doing that. One second. I guess I'll pause for a second.
Hey!
We've returned.
We're back on stream.
From
Look at that.
technical difficulty hell. Hopefully never to return. Um,
Nobody, if any of y'all are on my, for those of y'all in my Warframe clan, do not check the list. I did a thing to make it work.
it's fine. It's fine. All right. So
No favoritism here. I just needed to get this to work.
You, your character, gave a lovely sermon about this might work and, keep the faith.
Yeah.
My question is, what kind of plea do you think this is? Is this an invitation to your flock? Is it a challenge? Is it a back and forth, a conversation? Is it?
I think this is more like a call to action. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's an invitation, I'd say. Cool.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take those 2 cards, and then I'm going to flip them. Ooh. And I'm going to use them to sort of build out the event.
Okay. Okay, one thing I do need to know though before you continue with this.
Sure.
I need to is this like do we think this is like a really good chapel or this is like a shitty like hand-built wooden stone chapel?
That's a really good question, and that actually leads into another mechanic, which is handy. So asking a question is a free action. You can ask anyone about anything at any time. You don't have to play a card to answer, but if you don't know, then you can draw for it from the deck, which I will do now, because I like doing that. So, this place rules. I pulled Unicorn, rare and wondrous, skittish frame stilled with a calm touch.
This is a really, really good temple.
Also, the description on the other side is so metal for a church. Beautiful and territorial, horn dripping with poacher's blood. So yes,
Maybe this is like
is incredible.
This is like, oh, you know what? This might be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's where like I'm drawn from Toho here. This is like old hell.
Ooh.
It's like like Death's old castle that like he moved out of, and they came in fixed up, and I've turned into a church to him.
I love it. So I'm gonna.
It's reformed hell.
Yes.
Which is such a powerful sentence.
I'm going to take this card into my hand as the GM, so whenever we add detail to a thing, I'm going to take that card.
That's fair.
So that's the sort of place it is. The event, which was triggered by an invitation, Mother of Monsters, life spoken into the world, young and violent and unfamiliar, crossed by phoenix wine, alchemist's fire in a crystal decanter, a wrath portioned and contained, or a single fiery feather poisons the supply and turns the sea to glass. They have a concern, because...
Yeah, I would too.
There is, I think that there has been, like, a small trickle of souls who have been coming sort of down the pipes, so to speak, who are strange, and who... are nigh unrecognizable. They're, and I think that when they touch the water of the river Styx, they like ignite. And
they don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
It seems like this would put everyone in danger. So they're like, hey, how, like, it seems like a good plan, and it would certainly take some weight off of the ferryman's shoulders, but is this really the right time? With all this strangeness flooding into the town and putting everyone possibly in danger. These are our
So
immortal souls we're talking about. We only get one of them.
yeah. So what would I do now mechanically? Would I? This is when I would engage.
So now you can either, on your turn, you can either reflect by drawing from
Hmm.
the deck to figure out how you feel or change. When you do that, the GM gets to make a move. Or,
Sorry, ampersand. It's so wild coming into the middle of this game. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's listen, I'm very pleased with this
Yeah.
game. Or
I
you can
think I
play.
think I'm, hmm. I think I'll engage in
Okay.
this one. Let's see. Hmm. Uh, you know what? I don't have anything that I like and think is good,
Okay.
so I'm going to reflect.
All right.
I drew. Whoa, the visual on this card is awesome. Dippold's lenses. A misdiagnosis, a lack of direction, a paralysis of choice.
Perfect.
What's on the other side? A change of perspective, a clarifying. No, 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 no. That's funnier. This is much better. Yeah, I like the idea that they're just like, oh shit. Damn it, I forgot about that. Like it's a plan. It's like the most solid plan they've ever like had to actually
Oh,
gain respect.
puppy.
But also it could like lead to like it could lead to the death of some folks, you know? Like I don't like they don't think they really should go through with it. So I think it just kind of leads to this like I mean, we have that was the best we had. That's the best plan we have. If I can't do that, what the hell do I do? You
Mm.
know?
Ooh.
Uh,
So that
that's
goes
such a good.
that card goes into your hand. So
Okay, great.
perfect.
And what happens with Oracle?
Um, that you played that on the board, right?
Yeah,
So,
that was the first one I put on the board.
yeah, that stays there for now.
Okay.
So, um, in the brief silence that that you leave, this
I
little
just like I
hesitation.
just like I just like the image of wait, but what about the souls that burst into flame? Shit. Damn it. They're right.
Mm-hmm. I think that the charioteer, our old terrible friend charioteer, steps up and says, "Listen, this can absolutely be done. In life, I was a shepherd, and really, that's all souls are, right? Just horrible little sheep. Um, and I'm gonna draw up for them. So I'm just gonna play two cards on the board for to sort of round out what sort of person they are. Um, oh no, that's adorable. Okay, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna
that's a really cute
click.
card.
Yes. Yeah,
Should have bought
good.
soul insurance.
That's bad. How dare you?
Yeah, that's bad. Bad.
Um, so this person definitely just has just the worst, most embarrassing crush on the ferryman that is possible.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Um, I think that they, uh, let's give the charioteer he him. I feel like that's good. He just
Yeah, I think it's fair.
desperately wants. It's like half romantic, but mostly just like hero worship. Like,
Yeah,
do I want to
yeah.
date you? Do I want to be you? Who knows? So, um,
Which is a strong mood.
mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put him up here, uh, so that we can sort of refer to his like quote unquote character sheet. Um, So yeah, he's basically stepping up and being like, listen, I think this can be done, and this would be a really wonderful thing to do. And the ferryman's been muttering for a long time about this and looks just so tired all the time. And I feel like I could help here.
Excellent. Well, I think we have much to do. If you could possibly teach us the idea you have in mind, or the methods, then I believe we could accomplish this.
Mike in chat says, so this person feels about the charioteer the way that all bi dudes feel about Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do I want to bang you? Do I want to be you? Who are you? Great. I hate this.
So what card are you playing?
Oh, let's play. Oh, let's see. Do I want to just... Oh... You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let's play... Oh, there's so many good ones I could play here. There's so many good ones. Let's go for the Glacier... tip of the iceberg, a grave underestimation.
Good.
Just because I want to make things worse for myself.
So what does that look like?
I think souls are a little more complicated than sheep.
Just like a little bit?
Which is such a powerful statement. But I genuinely think it's like a lot harder than this bright-eyed apprentice thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, souls are hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it's basically, like, the essence of, like, people. So I think that, like... Oh, okay. So I think that, the reason that it looks like sheep is because, like, everyone they watch is so freaking good at their job. But, like, in reality, like, souls are the essence of what makes that person, like, a person, right?
Right, yeah.
So you have to, like, convince them that they want to go.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not something you can just go, all right, sheep, here you go, come on. Here's a carrot. Do sheep eat carrots? I don't know.
Probably. I feel like
But, you know, you can't just, like, you can't just carrot stick all of them. Sometimes you need to, you need to be, like, delicate and convince them.
Yeah.
And there's a system set up for this that they're totally bypassing.
Extremely.
That they don't see, because that's before they hit the river, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. That sounds like the sort of the end of the scene. So
yeah.
We're going...
I just like the idea of, like, going out and they're like, all right, let's find a soul, let's work with it. And they're like, oh, fuck.
People are complicated? What the hell?
What is happening?
Cool. I think that's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, that's fair. That no one knows how souls work.
So I'm gonna put that. Ooh. Let's see. That's right. This was yours.
Ooh.
Wasn't it?
That was my desire, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So, twin stars in orbit, inseparable partners, a whole greater than the sum of its parts, crossed by a curious outsider, a wunderkind, or a paradigm shift, a loss of faith, a scientific impossibility. So, when a desire...
Well, throw out scientific impossibility.
Yeah. So,
who needs science?
When a desire card comes up, this is your opportunity to win this card. So, if at the end of this thread you feel like you've narratively earned it, then it goes into your hand. And the crossing is the current obstacle between you and that card. So...
That's... That's kind of fair. I like the I like the like negative side of this one, you know.
Which one?
The paradigm shift,
Mm-hmm.
loss of faith. But I mean, you know, there's also value in just shoving in a curious outsider. We're also curious outsiders, damn it.
I think it's a little column A, a little column B, because I think what
Yeah.
happens is that the sort of port where Charon's boat comes in is just completely crowded by all of these souls from the battlefield. And like despite the charioteer's best efforts, right, of like trying to shuffle them over to his own little like dinghy in the water, is they're just, you know, they're not being herded, and I think that there is someone among them, a curious outsider, who is like, hey, this doesn't look anything like my afterlife. I'm not supposed to be here, and I don't think any of these people are supposed to be here either.
Oh shit, were they supposed to be shuffled off to Valhalla?
Could be.
Oh
I
man.
think that keys into sort of a loss of faith being like some of the people are starting to like swim across the river, which is igniting it.
Oh man. Trust the system, you idiots.
What do you do?
Oh. Oh man, let's see. Huh. Oh my god. um I'm trying. This may be really dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna play it. The bridge.
Ooh.
I think that this is like the crossing, like that they start to try to ferry the souls, and they do it really really haphazardly, you know, like we only know the process by watching it haphazardly.
Oh gosh, yeah. You don't
So
know
they
the
have
currents
like
at all.
yeah, so they have like these dinghies and like sticks that they're like, I can't steer.
Oh.
Hi, Double Doc. Believe me, I don't know what I'm looking at either. And Qualia, I don't know quite what you missed. I don't know how long it's been since you checked out. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play into that.
Yeah. My laugh is so annoying. I'm so sorry.
What's the delay? I think that you find yourself in like you can for a while you just feel like you're just drifting further and further downstream, and then you're like, where are we? I'm not even sure where the shore is at this point.
God. Just at one point, like, God, we fucked up. Okay, no. I'm gonna reflect. I need to reflect to see how I feel about that. I drew misfortune, a called shot, a shifted spotlight, a lucky win, or a placed bet, a lapse in judgment, a false positive. I like the idea of the positive one on this one. I'm trying to think. A called shot is interesting to me.
I have an idea for it.
Go ahead.
What if the conversation between you and the godless is like, no, it's fine. What you're looking for is actually downstream a bunch. It's the same river. It's along the same river. It's just not directly across from here.
No, we know where we're going. Believe me, it's down there. To the left. So yeah, oh, this is my reflection too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like the idea that we're like, all right, we're downriver. We did exactly what we told them they'd be. Nice. like we shifted the spotlight away from like these guys don't know what they're doing to, oh, they know what they're doing. We're just going to somewhere different.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do we actually know that? Mm. Oh
So,
man.
to sum up for Qualia,
Oh yeah.
so the preacher, Ruby's character,
Mm.
was backed by the charioteer, who has an embarrassing crush on the ferryman, that they can totally take care of all of these new souls who are rushing in, who have this weird quality about them that sets the river on fire when they touch the water. And the way they're doing that is by sort of redirecting them into these like little like dinghies that the church has built. And they have been rushed downstream quite a ways. One of the people, one of these souls is like, hey, I'm not sure that this isn't what my afterlife is looks like. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be here.
And our reflection is, no. Believe me, we know. We're just getting you further downstream to where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. So
Great. So I take that card.
yeah. And
Oh my god. That's a really good one.
what happens is that you reach a point in the river where there's just sort of like fog ahead, and then you hear the rush of water, and there is a very large waterfall that your ship just sort of tips over, and so the end of an era is basically like you're not going to be able to get upriver from here. You have fallen pretty far into this strange like. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna draw for where you land.
Okay.
Ooh.
Fair enough. Which? Good.
Yeah, you fall into a strange in between. And this is sort of the like witch's domain. This is where witches come to like get supplies and make deals and whatnot.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna take that, and I'm just gonna. I didn't draw up for the god list, and I kind of want to get to know them a little bit better, so I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, that's fair. The Fallen. Are you kidding me?
That's outrageous.
Is this like an army of like? Is this an army of mercenaries?
I think so. I think okay. So this was the.
It's so simple. Like it's right there.
This is the person who's in charge of like handling weaponry. This is like the person who works the like ammo caches basically. And yeah, they're from I'm gonna give them she her, why not? She's from a mercenary company that just got absolutely screwed on the last battle.
This is so good.
Completely.
Just like, okay, we'll get paid like 2/3 of what we normally get. It's an easy battle. We're not sending in many soldiers, and they just got wrecked, just destroyed. Oh my god.
Do you have
good.
Do you have a play you want to make, or should we get to another event?
No, let's get to another event. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes.
Awesome. I'm gonna stick your desire up here because I feel like you still have the potential to win it. You just sort of gotten yourself into more nonsense, but I have.
This is just a bad idea. This has gotten worse.
I have confidence that you can nonsense your way out of it again.
I love it. That we've just been pretending we know what we're doing. Oh my god. No, Valhalla's this way, believe me. We know where we're going.
I'm gonna call that a cataclysm. And sort of play off that and find out more about this place. Um,
Ooh. The scholar and the fool.
oh, extremely good.
In the land of like witches too.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an OC exactly like this, I swear to God. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Okay. So I think this is I think that they are someone who swims up to you from underneath the water, because I feel like you're in this sort of like strange bog, and like your ship is upright and it's not broken and everyone on board is okay, I think, but you're just at the foot of this huge waterfall and sort of drifting, without direction. And this creature swims up next to your boat and peeks their little head out and immediately starts barraging you with questions about your boat. Like, what is this? What kind of wood is this? What does this carving mean? And is like, this doesn't make any sense. That these letters don't mean anything. I know this because I've read all of the books, and I mean all of the books. That's literally what I mean. Is every single book that there is, I have read them, and these aren't in that. So what is the deal here?
Let's go. Right, I'm going to engage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've always engaged, reflected, engaged. Let's break that trend. I'm gonna reflect on this annoying, witch who came out of the water. I swear to God, she is. I keep saying she because she's exactly like an OC. An immutable fact, an immovable object.
Fantastic.
I just love that it's like, I can never get her to go away.
Mm-hmm.
I will never get her out of here. Oh my God.
Do you know her? Like, does your character have like in life or maybe in death? Did your characters know each other?
I think there's been a like maybe a meeting. Like they sent someone down to like map the river once or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I did not get past this place. Give me a second, guys.
Sure. That gives me a chance to look at my cards, because I have to make a move. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. That's very stupid and very good. Okay. Thank y'all for swinging by tonight. This has been really fun so far. Thank you, Qualia. She's an ex. Incredible. I hope so. That'd be very funny.
I am back with a carrot.
Nice. You should bite into that directly into the mic. Nice. Solid fully. So, while you are considering things, she climbs into the boat and is like, okay, well, I'm clearly gonna have to take this in for further investigation. This is gonna take forever. Look how many inscriptions there are in here. And she's is like trying to like steal your boat away, basically, like steering it towards her weird little cave. Actually, you know what? She's like she's punching at the bottom of the boat, trying to put holes in it and like trying to shake it so that it like turns over so she can bring it down to her like underwater cave.
Oh my god. Hang on, the card I want to read is loading.
Oh no.
Oh. This is good. This is good. A foolish fondness cheaply gained.
Good. What's that look like?
I think, like, they just point out, like, look, I don't think you have the authority to take this. We are doing unbelievably important work on the Order of Death, and this ridiculous obsession you have with our boat is nothing, and we need to go.
Wow. I think she's just like, oh, that's extremely rude, and just like pushes past you, and like actually punches a giant hole in the boat.
Oh my god.
And it begins to flood with this like bog water.
Oh my god.
And she's like, well, if you're not gonna help me understand this boat, then I need you to leave. I need you to vacate the premises immediately because this is a active excavation, and I can't have you interfering. So she's like trying to push you out of the boat as well as sinking it.
All right. Let's see. Okay, let's do walkers. Whenever it would like to load. The endurance hunters, steady pursuers, tireless trackers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just do like field maintenance. Just like move the souls higher up.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, just like pick them up or something. And then start like bailing out and patching up the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are not going down. We're stubborn about getting this done.
Nice. So I think that triggers a sabotage, I feel like. It's either a sabotage or a trial. What do you think?
Oh, sabotage. Totally.
Cool. So I'm going to collect these cards. Again, this is much easier and faster in real life.
That's fair.
Roll 20 is just like that. Stick these over here. And grab a sabotage.
What is this? Abandoning a sinking ship!
Oh my god.
I can't believe it! So I think we know what happens next.
Okay, so here's the thing. The ship is the people on the ship are in conflict. Because half of them want very badly to get off of this sinking ship. I think a couple of them actually died drowning, so this is like not a good situation for them. I think the other half are like, hey, no, we can totally do this. If we all work together, we can
Teamwork.
keep the ship together. Yeah, we can survive this. We can bail it out. We can just have a ship. It's like, come on, but we need everybody in it, right? So like the patron saint of wounds endured, grievances borne, grudges held, and a spidering stress fracture. Both of these things.
I still love abandoning a sinking ship.
This deck is
That's
good
the one we
sometimes.
pulled.
This deck is good sometimes.
Oh my god.
So what do you do?
Yeah, you made it. You should. Oh. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna reflect.
Okay.
Let's see. Survivor. Scar-crossed in body and mind, wounded and raw-hearted. I think it's like this, like determination.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got through all of this war and all these battles. I'm not fucking dying here on a boat, punched in by a weird river lady. Like, this is not how I go out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's that it's very stubborn determination, you know?
Awesome. So, the godless, the merchant godless, is, okay, so I put this here. I was gonna make a different decision, but I like this decision. I'm gonna stick with it. I think that she is, like, shouting at people and, like, taking the lead and like, passing out, or, like, breaking down barrels and then passing out that wood to, like, stock up, like, the holes in the ship. I think the witch is still very much here, still, like, wrecking shop. But they're, like, doing their best to, like, to mend what she's breaking.
Which is fair.
Yeah. Do you help? Do you, unseat the witch? Do you...
Let's see. Let's see which card I play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So, William's lung, common bellows, turned from furnace to songbook. I think that they give a sermon. Like, since everyone's dividing and everyone's, like, having this conflict, I think that they try to unify people one more time. Like, it's like not fighting against the rallying that the godless is doing, but a sort of like, all right, everyone, if we're gonna survive this, it's gonna be together. And I've seen. Let me do this in character, actually. I've seen many battles, and I've survived many of them, and I'm sure that you all can say the same. Well, until the last, but you fought until the last, and that's what matters. And I think there's nothing we can do but fight until the last. And death is on our side.
Hell yeah.
Don't know what that means, but it was a cool last line. Let's do it. Let's see how this goes poorly.
Let's see. I'm just looking at my cards. 1 second.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All three of them?
Yeah. Listen, I didn't put the new rules in, so it's a unique kind of broken.
Yeah, drawing.
Yeah. So I think everyone else is, like, rallied and like starts to push back, and the ship is floating and, like, actually rising in the water a bit. And someone's on the helm
Teamwork.
and is, like, turning it away from these, like, strange trees that are, like, gnarled and, like, hundreds of feet tall. Except for our terrible little friend, the Scholar Witch. She is not impressed at all. And now you are locked in a duel with her. because I think she has like cemented
Hell
herself
yeah.
in sort of the very 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 bottom of the boat. I don't know what that part, the hold maybe, and is like lashing out to anyone who's trying to get close enough to like patch the holes and whatnot. I feel like she's got these like tendrils that are like shooting out and punching holes in the boat and whatnot. So I'm gonna collect these, and yeah, you have got it. It's time for a duel.
Time to. All right, I know exactly what I'm playing. I am going to engage with.
1 second. I'm gonna set
Oh,
set the
yeah.
duel
Sorry.
really quick.
Set the duel. Set the duel. That's right.
Yes. Flip card.
Andrew, I don't know if they say duel that many, the D's that many times, but okay. No, it's fine.
Listen, sometimes you get stuck. Oh gosh. Okay. So, the hearth is the world's desire, right? This was
Oh yeah.
And maybe the nightmare is just like out of one battle and directly into another one, right? And
yeah.
This
never ends.
We're gonna keep fighting. We're never gonna see Valhalla. We're never gonna have any kind of rest. This is what the afterlife is. And
just combat.
Mm-hmm. And the witch is becoming more and more like monstrous with big like fangs on her tendrils and like clawing at the sides of the ship and hurting the people on board. How do you duel with this witch?
I'm trying to think. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh, I've got it. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay. This is so stupid. So, I think we use our like death cultist knowledge to resurrect the mercenaries.
Oh my god.
So that they can so that we have like physical bodies that the soldiers can fight with.
Oh my god.
Life to the dead.
Oh man. Hell fucking yes. Hell goddamn yes. Absolutely. I agree.
I just really like the image of like this this horrible monster, souls gather around it, and then this like cool death priest, which I am now Googling death priest to see what comes up. It's totally a Met Gala look.
Oh, completely. 100%.
It's a very Met Gala look. Like this death priest walk up and then like raise their hand in like a magic circle, and suddenly like the dead start rising.
Just like the flesh returns to their like translucent bodies.
God. Oh my god.
With the weapons in their hand that they died with.
Fuck, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just made a video game boss fight.
We completely have.
This is so good. And I don't know which side is the boss.
Yes, the best kind. So the card I'm playing is Unicorn. Beautiful and territorial, horn dripping with poacher's blood.
Fair enough.
I think these are the mercenaries that you have restored. Apply themselves to the task at head with vim and vigor. By the end of it, do you think that she's dead, or she's been driven away, or what do you think the end of this battle is like? So I definitely feel like you win.
Should we draw for it?
We should draw for it.
Let's draw for it. Oh, that's so
A
good.
raised
A
glass, a
new
new
bond
bond
forged.
in remembrance of those who have been lost.
Fuck, that's so good.
Incredible.
That's so good. Do we just like friendship with this thing?
I, I think so. I think it's like I think
We
you.
win through the power of friendship.
I think seeing like actual like non-translucent faces, like
Necromancy?
mortal,
Literal necromancy?
yeah, like mortal forms, like reminds the witch of like a way of being that she hasn't been in centuries, millennium maybe. And like I think the uh okay, all right, here's a different juncture. What does she look like when she is not this terrible thing that lives in the bottom of the witch bog?
Oh man. Um, I'm trying to think. Hmm.
Do you want to draw for it?
Yeah, let's draw for it.
Okay.
I'm enjoying just drawing for random things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this game is, damn it. We're here to play tarot.
Completely. Alright, I'll grab that then. Oh! Shadowborns.
Oh.
Shadowborn sprites whose blank eyes blink and sharp mouths chatter. Or,
None of those are good.
no, impish creatures
No,
in
you know
dark.
what?
Yeah?
I think that's just how she is.
Yeah.
That's just what she was.
She's just this, like, she was just this, like dark fairy sprite who maybe, like, existed alongside, the witches, and, like, that's what she was, how she was born, and that's sort of the form that she's evolved from since, and, like, maybe she scatters in that way, right? Like, the weapons of the mercenaries, remind her of how she got here in the first place, right? How she was banished from the mortal realm, and I think she just sort of dissipates into all of these little shadowy creatures who are like chittering and darting away into the water.
Yeah.
I think that's the last that you see of her. Take card.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna return. That's a good ass fucking event. I love it.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm gonna retire these. Oh my god. Come on.
Do you say that counts as a conversation?
Hang on, I just fucking did the same thing that you did with my goddamn mouse. Please, 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 please. Alright.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Love it. I love to roll 20. Roll 20.
I love,
That's great.
love to roll 20. Love to do it someday.
It's, yeah. Alright, let's hide this chat because no one's using it. Okay. So, right. I was gonna retire these. And I am. Right, I was gonna retire the witches cards. Oops, that wasn't the witches cards, that was someone else's.
Which is
cards.
fair.
Whatever. We know who the goddess is.
Yeah.
So stick these over here. And then stick this desire up here. And yeah, I think there's a conversation.
All right, gonna be honest here. We don't know what we're doing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh jeez. Okay. So.
Oh man.
I think that the godless approaches you, and she says, "Look, I really appreciate you, doing all this work,
Resurrecting us.
yeah, for bringing us this far out from, like, for trying to find our resting place and whatnot.
But we
but
ain't dead.
huh?
But we ain't dead.
Yeah, and also like the like air scarlet with smoke, rivers molten and glowing. Um, they touching the river here has the opposite effect. Where before, like in their sort of ghostly forms, they would set the river on fire. Here, the water sets them alight. And so they can't leave the boat, and like whenever they touch, I think the interloping opportunist, a greedy and jealous invader, is I think with the presence of like mortal flesh here, the trees around start to grow in the direction of the mercenaries.
Oh, that's weird, and I love it.
They're like these vines that are creeping out and trying to touch and to like absorb, and the godless is like, this was a good idea. I appreciate where your heart's at. We can't be here.
Yeah, but y'all are bad at this.
Yeah. It's like,
All right.
yeah.
I'm gonna reflect.
Cool.
Let's see, what did I draw? Ophelia's garland. Allow those who crowned you to change who you are. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Okay, what I think it is, like, I don't know if this is out of my jurisdiction, but I think the people of the church agree with the mercenaries. Like, this is getting ridiculous. We need to send them home.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I agree. Like, yeah, now they're not dead anymore. We've only ended up fucking up really bad. What else can we do here? I think there's that mentality of like, well, now I think we should go back, you know? But go home, but how?
Yeah. I'll play this, but please. Okay, here we go. I think that I think this is something that the charioteer volunteers, that the canteen passed along the trench a drink shared with an old friend. I think that the drink shared with an old friend is sort of the key here. That if maybe if we can get them to sort of embrace the waters of the Styx, then there could be a way to like summon Charon here to figure out like what to do with them, or maybe there is something at the bottom of the river that could help them.
This is a comedy of errors if I've ever seen one.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
And I think they're just speaking from, I think the charioteer is just speaking from like what he's watched Charon do with souls, and sort of sending them on their way up or down the river. These like strange fairy lights that sort of skip across the surface of the river and disappear over the horizon. Like, he's not totally sure what those are, but he has a feeling that this could be part of it.
They haven't burst into flame, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That, as I was saying it, it went into such a different direction from what I thought this card was going to be, but I'm not mad about it.
Nope, we're taking it. We take it. Again, I think I'm just gonna play Ophelia's Garland. I think I go along with it. Like, yeah, we've got no other plans. This is the best idea we have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go through with it. This ridiculous, crazy idea. What else do we? What do we have to lose? You know.
Oh, what happens? Okay, so I think for the godless's part at least, that she feels that her responsibility is first and foremost to her company, right? And by company I mean like her troupe. And there are part of their like their mythos, right? Like their mythology is this. It sort of falls a little bit in line with what the charioteer is talking about, and so she is willing to take this risk if only for like this is the first good idea that we've heard so far. This is the first thing that makes any sense. Like everything else has been just completely out there. We have no idea what this witch bog is, but like
why not?
Yeah. And so the way I want to resolve this, I think, is by playing our Atropos cards, because we spent all of the events.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Heavy Crown to front. Because I think that this sort of strange miracle by the godless taking the water and blessing it, or like asking. Actually, I think she asks you to bless it from by the church, because
that's fair.
It's like
death priest.
Yeah. And when she drinks it, the miracle forged in blood spilled is that I think that her body and soul are destroyed in the process, but it opens a door. There's like, and I think this happens in the boat. I think in like the in like the captain's cabin, there is just a door there now that there wasn't before, and it opens. And what is beyond it, I think only the mercenaries get to see.
Oh, that's so good.
So tell me about your.
And then I play.
Uh-huh.
I play my Atropos. A reality grounded, a divine purpose. I'm gonna go with lean into the reality grounded. With I think this was kind of a wake up call for everyone. Like a sort of like the reason everything has its place. There was going back to there was a system here.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a reason that everything was set up as it was, and they bust into this system and said, "Hey, we know better than you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it. We don't know anything about this. We're gonna do it." And I think there's this sort of like grounding of, we don't know what the hell we're doing. We just watch you.
Mm-hmm.
There's this sort of like grounding of like, oh, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
So I think like there's this sort of energy of low spirits, but I think there's one last speech that sort of spins it, as less of a hey, this sucked, and more of a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we you know, everything I just said, we learned that there's an order to things. And though there may be times to question orders, the order generally should be questioned when you know what your place in it is.
Yeah. First you learn the rules, then you can break them.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't mean for that to get all commentary-ish, but there we go.
Mm-hmm. And now we will draw our epilogue cards. So these are like the denouement, the like our characters have been changed by this adventure, and the epilogue card describes how. So it can be drawn from one of these suckers, the sort of top of the event stacks, or you can draw it from the deck.
I want to draw it from the deck.
Okay.
I want to see as many cards as I can. All right, let's see what I got. Cursed Sword. A voracious blade, double-edged, glittering red with an unquenchable thirst. Or brittle steel, rusting armor, old marching orders for a new war.
I'm kind of really reading the inverse.
Yeah, I kind of am too. I kind of just like this, like, that they just go home, and even though, like, you know, they did something in the day, or like they did something, accomplished a thing for a day, they just kind of go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the old, you know, it's just nothing major comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all that happened was just that they learned not to screw with this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they all go home. Like I think at the end, just nothing, you know.
Yeah, it's a bashful sermon the next Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's just like a tired one, you know, just like, well, yeah.
Oh god, I think the sort of final shot from the world is sort of the pealing of the Death Church's bell, as people like file in or out for the service, and like the camera pulls back and it's Charon, who is just it's like his like bowed figure just moving the ship across the waters, and just a very heavy sigh. A moving finish line. The work is never done. That's Spindlewheel.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Never try for a better world. The thing we learned today was never try.
Listen, if you look at a professional and say, you know what, I could probably do that. That looks completely easy. There's probably a reason it looks easy when they do it. But yeah, so that's the game.
There we go.
Thank you so much for playing with me tonight. I hope that y'all enjoyed the story.
Yeah, I'm going to put in chat the link to the game.
Yeah,
if you want to play it. Am I allowed to do that? Okay. Deleted link. All right, you do it. I think you have permission to do it.
I do. I'm just gonna copy and paste it from when I posted it earlier. So, if you would like, this game is in open beta. If you would like to try it, you can just follow that link, tinyurl.com/spindlewheel-beta. So let me know how you feel about it. You can, if you have any notes for me, you can send it to me at tcabbage on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Hang on.
Sure.
You can find me on Twitter at IronSparkCyrus as my username and what I just put in the chat, where you can follow the development of the tabletop games I'm working on. I don't know which one quite yet. One of the several ideas I've got running around. And you can you can find out about the actual play show that we're working on and should be happening.
Yes.
Eventually.
Also, if you are at LA Playfest or LA Zine Fest this weekend, I'll be showing Spindlewheel at the game section of that. So, if you are there, pop on by. Give a hello.
Yeah.
I think that'll do it. Thank you very much for breaking my game.
Thank you for having me and letting me break your game. This is one of the most crazy games I've ever played. I love it.
Wonderful.
This is so much fun.
All right. Good night, everybody.